President Trump is doing such a good job that people that are lashing out on him, you can't do that. You can't deploy the National Guard and take over my town of Washington, D.C., are now admitting today, okay, well, what he's doing is working. Let's see how this goes. Absolutely insane. It's unbelievable. Let's take a look at what the Washington, D.C. mayor once said, because you're going to have a freaking good laugh today.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. They are allowed to do whatever the hell they want.
And while this action today is unsettling and unprecedented, I can't say that given some of the rhetoric of the past, that we're totally surprised. I can say to D.C. residents that we will continue to operate our government in a way that makes you proud. We will balance our budgets. We will deploy our services. Our kids are going to start school on August 25th. And we will work with the federal government to do the things that they should do for our city.
Insane. Look at all the protests. Trump must go, blah, 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 Trump. He's doing such a bad job. And that wasn't very long ago. Now let's take a look at today what that same mayor is saying, because it's so funny. Here we go.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser. Joe Khalil with News Nation. You've said you agree with the $2 billion investment that President Trump is asking Congress for D.C. He has said he expects those projects could take anywhere from 6 months to a year. So do you expect that timeline is accurate? And if it is, do you expect there will be some kind of federal presence here in some form for a full year doing that?
I have no idea what the projects are, other than what I've heard or the timeline. Our experience with those type of projects is they take long, but I couldn't comment on that because I don't think there's been a listing of projects.
And you've acknowledged here that some of the crime has come down significantly in the federal takeover here. There are
surge
in the
federal surge.
In the federal surge, not a takeover. She doesn't view it as a takeover anymore. Views it as a surge. Hold on. It gets better. All right. Are you ready for this? It gets better.
We greatly appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. The most significant thing that we are highlighting today is the area of crime that was most troubling for us in 2023. Now, we have driven it down over the last years, but I'm going to get my glasses so I can make sure I can see it correctly. But for carjackings, the difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings in Washington, D.C. We know that when carjackings go down, when the use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
Damn, dude, America is doing it right. Trump is doing it right. He's got one of the most woke mayors in all of America, forcing the knee, bending the knee, having to admit that Trump getting involved and to solve crime is actually working. It's working in Washington, D.C., and it's going to work in other places around America. And then as his final test pilot for this, I vote that he sends the National Guard to Canada to stop with the crime in Canada before he takes it over as a 51st state. But that's just my own personal bias. I want to know what you guys think of this, because Trump is doing it. No matter what people say about him, good or bad things, he actually is following through. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Subscribe for more. Like the video if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you later. Bye.